has lost its sting, but in good form now.
My babe. My babe.
Good morning, everybody. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show, which simply means TBR Solution Sports Forum. It is myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. We are talking sports. And then Suemu, for sure, he's so excited to a point whereby we don't have him, but it's fine. The beat goes on. Kinali Thabiso, Remoho, Rekaofela, Sisonke, Semwe, Rotle, on Sesam. We are together. That's Thabiki. Thabiki, welcome to the show, and then greet the viewers.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the invite to the show again, Mr. Shabalala. Good morning to the viewers, and then congratulations to the mighty Makhosi again for winning the Nedbank after so long, or winning a trophy after so long. We can say it's been 10 years, and then congratulations to the mighty Makhosi.
You guys are so excited, very excited, and then. Hey, Muna, everywhere. And I'm sure when I started the show, you realized what I showed some TikTok messages whereby people were just, over the moon. But I think this also proves that Kaizer Chiefs is a big brand. And to be honest, this is one game whereby everybody, just like 2022, was waiting and wishing for Messi to win the World Cup, including the players. The majority of people out there in the world it was going to be injustice for him not to win the World Cup, having given so much to football. And I think it was the same scenario of Kaizer Chiefs. Everybody from whichever corner, they were really crossing fingers that let Chiefs win the cup. I think even Pirates, I think even Dr. Kaizer, deep down, as much as he lost, to lose is not something good. But I think when he look back and say, we need Kaizer Chiefs, we need a very strong Kaizer Chiefs. And you know what? The crowd was too much. I saw the people at the beach, Fan Park. They were as full as the people inside the ground. So it was so amazing. So that shows how strong that brand is. And then and then Kiliwon Lirunako group, man, you guys were making noise. yeah. Because you never follow the winner cup, but finally you got one. And congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs, well done. And there is something that I saw from my perspective in terms of the coach and the technical staff. But let me ask you, what did you see? What happened? To your opinion.
To me, I can't even explain what happened on Saturday.
You were so excited. To a point whereby you were supposed to watch football and analyze.
Yes, but what I can tell you, the only, let me just say, the only 2 players or 3 players that I noticed that they wanted to win the cup from Kaizer Chiefs side, Duba, Shabalala, and the goalkeeper himself, Peterson. I saw something different from them. They're the ones who were making noise in the Kaizer Chiefs camp, inspiring other players, pushing them to go ahead. I think Mart was more of a quiet one because he was the captain. I think he was also talking, but then was not making noise like the players that I noticed. However, Kaizer Chiefs players came to the party on Saturday. They showed us that Bonang, this cup needs to come home. This cup.
How do you feel, Tolore? All along, you play a game where we are criticizing you, for instance, Mart. And you score in this game of this magnitude.
Yo,
I'm sure
yo.
Zangarobala. Because all
I
along
don't
we've
think
been criticizing him and saying,
yes.
why mad? Why mad? But I think the coach has proven that maybe he understands something that we don't understand. There's something that I
Mm.
seems to understand now. If you look at football and how the coaches view things, for instance, I'll talk
Mm.
about Makhopa. I've never valued Makhopa as the player. I would prefer the other one, Mabasa, ahead of
Mabasa,
him.
yes.
But the coach kept on insisting on Makhopa. And now I see what was the reason. Makhopa is putting too much pressure. It's not about the goals. He's always there. He's always present. And then he's workaholic. He's workaholic. And then, as defenders, you'll never relax as long as the guy is there. So probably
I
coaches are looking for that. No, I'll allow you now. If you
okay.
listen to what Hugo Bros has been saying about him, and now Rivero, and that tells that coaches see something that we don't see. And yeah, so yeah, I don't know. What do you want to say?
With me, I'd also prefer Makhopa. He's like Kingston Gata. He gives you work. He disorganizes defense of the opponents, you know. He's always there, he's competing for every ball in the air, on the ground. He's got, he knows how to hold the ball for the players to come through, for the Relebuchiles, for the Ngotas, to come through, and then he will give them the foot, he'll give them the ball. So Lena, if I was a coach, I would prefer to play Makhopa. You remember what Stuart Baxter used to do with Ngata. We
Mm,
didn't like what the Kingston Nkata was doing, but then he gave us work. He worked, and then he came through for us. The ball base in the the ball because he would stabilize, he would disturb the defensive opponents. So
mm,
I think Lena would prefer a player like Makhopa. I'm not only expecting goals, but I expect him to work hard. He's always there in the air. Kadi second on set pieces is there, he's
mm,
competing. When you give him ball, you will
mm,
also receive ball from like you'll always hold the play for the team and then for the midfielders to come through, and then something is
mm,
always bound to happen. You remember even during the AFCON, he was there competing with the Nigerian
mm,
defense. He was giving them trouble.
mm,
So for now, I think he's one of the best.
mm.
He's one of the best for us. Yeah.
And what I did, I tried to listen to interviews of various people. I listened to what Kaizer Jr. said. I listened to what Bobby said. Even the old man, Kaizer Mtaung, I think he wanted this more than anything else. And then Kaizer Jr. said, maybe, this proves that the old man has a vision. He stuck to the youngsters as much as people are having issues. And then, so now it pays off. Because remember, this win is going to boost their morale, big time. It's going to boost their morale big time, and then we are going to see a lot from them. So maybe that's all what was needed, to give them that motivation for them to be able to stand up and say, you know what, we can also do it just like the rest of others. So it's not that we can't do it, okay? So maybe we are starting to learn some of the things that maybe some of us who are really not professional coaches and starting to understand. And then, and then remember, we are going to the last leg now of the league and so on. And then you may say that Sundowns has wrapped up the league. Yes, I know they need only 1 point to be sure, all right? But I don't see Pirates scoring 28 goals. Because with the remaining games for Orlando Pirates, with the remaining games for Orlando Pirates, I don't see them scoring so much goals if need be. That's my opinion. All right, and then I'll show you the PSL log. so that you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. I hope. Let me try to share it with you, so that you can you see that? No, your mic is closed. Your
Yes, I
mic
can
is,
see the link. Yes, I'm looking at the link currently.
yeah. You see, Sundowns at 67 points, and Pirates is at 52, and then it's only how many games to go? I don't know. With the Royal AM, are they getting those free points, or everybody loses those points?
I think everybody has to lose those points. Even if they get them, it's not gonna make any difference because everybody's going to get 3 points against Royal M. So it's not gonna change
No,
anything.
no. Let's look there in terms of the teams above there. Remember, Pirates is chasing Sundowns, and then
Yeah, yeah.
now they've played how many games? 23 games. Now, which means
Mm,
they still need about 5 games to make 28.
yeah.
And then if you add that 5 games to 28, and that will give
It's
them
15 points.
15 points.
Yes, yes.
And then it's a little bit difficult. How do they catch Sundowns? Because when you look at the goal difference, I think Pirates need about 28 goals,
Mm. That's a lot.
which I think it will be very difficult for Pirates to amass.
Mm.
So it's as good as the league is gone. Although
Mm.
Cardoso was playing down, and I've seen one of the articles where they say Sundowns, they are thinking of offloading their squad because Cardoso preferred to work with small squad. What's your take about that? Because I
Yo.
think small squads
Hey.
makes it difficult, especially with the team of Mamelodi Sundowns caliber. I know there's a
Yo.
Brazilian player whom they loaned out, and then they think that they've already agreed amicably that they need to terminate his contract. They bought him for 45 million.
Mm.
He failed to impress, even if after he was loaned out. So I will watch that space very closely to see how are they going to reduce the squad. When you talk about you need big squad, they say he says he prefers a smaller squad. I don't know, maybe he wants to focus. We'll watch that space very closely. And then there's also, let's go to EPL. EPL, Wafa Wafa, he saw.
That's hard.
Yeah. Arsenal, they need to fight hard for hold on to number 2. All right. But all those teams below Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, Man City, Chelsea, all of them can qualify for the Champions League. And remember, it's important to qualify for Champions League. Firstly, it brings a lot of money, Champions League, and then you'll be playing the Champions League, which is as we speak now, currently the best tournament in football club. Maybe after some years, the World Cup, the Club World Cup would have grown to the serious stature to Champions League. No one doesn't want to watch Champions League. We all want Champions League, and all over the world, it's the tournament. That's one tournament. In my assessment, it's big. Maybe after the World Cup, after the country World Cup, not the Club World Cup. So, yeah, it's very important to do that. So we'll watch the space, Buza. I know he's an Arsenal fan, and then we'll watch the space and see what's going to happen. Now let's look at La Liga. Here we've got Real Madrid and Barcelona neck on neck. Both having played 35 games. Both need about three games. I mean, both are left with 3 games. If Real Madrid wins those three games, which is 9 points, it will take them to 84 points. All right, and then because now they are having 75 points. And then remember, if they equal Barcelona in terms of points, neck on neck. No, head-to-head works. And in terms of head-to-head, Barcelona is fired. They won the first game 4-0. They've won this one 4-3. So there's no debate about that, okay? And in fact, you may think that Barcelona has wrapped up the league. They still need about 2 points out of these 3 games, 2 points. So even if they can play 2 draws, then it will give them 84. The league is theirs. If they win 1 game, it's over. It's over. So, yeah, it's that time of the year when everything is getting tough. It's hot. Everybody wants to see what's going to happen. And we are watching that space very closely. So, yeah. So those are some of the news that we are checking, we are following. And then those people who are the fans, local fans, and then I just want to share with you how Kaizer Chiefs played for them to be where they are in terms of winning the Champions League. Now look at it. This is what you call the games that they played, the recent games that they played, Kaizer Chiefs. They won. In other words, this cup was bound to go to them. Their first game, they won 4-0. Second game, 3-0. Third game, 3-1. And then the fourth game, 2-1, beating Mamelodi Sundowns. The last one is 2-1, beating Orlando Pirates. So the form was there. And I heard Caruso saying, Serino says, this cup means a lot to him, more than all the cups that he has won. So come in, Thabiki. No, your mic is closed.
You know, hearing him say that, it means just he wanted something. He wanted to win something with Kaizer Chiefs, and then he's passionate about winning also cups. Not with only with Kaizer Chiefs. He won a lot of cups. He won the league with Mamelodi Sundowns, but then I can see he also wanted to win something with Makhosi. So that's why he says this cup means a lot to him. So yeah, really much appreciated. It means he's not there just to collect money or to collect a paycheck. He's there to win trophies with Kaizer Chiefs. And I think next season also they will get something. I don't. The team is not at Mamelodi Sundowns standard yet, and Pirates standards. So even if they beat Pirates over the weekend, the team still got a lot to do. To challenge Mamelodi Sundowns for the league, and stuff. So, but I think they will get something next season. Probably they will defend the cup.
Okay.
They won, or maybe one.
Let's move on. It's important that fans check the cards for their teams. Who's got yellow cards? Who's got red card? As PSL shares this information with us, it's very important that people need to know, and then take those statistics so that when you go to the ground, you know what's happening. Unlike you just think that why this player is not playing. So know what is happening. That's why we are giving this so that you understand, because the understanding of football is important. And hence I appreciate what Victor Hlongwane and AC Noble, PSL or DSTV and SABC doing in terms of sharing information about the controversial goals and so on. That's very, very important. It's important that people to know, and that is why we share those. That's why we share the
information,
cards, how many cards this one has. If you don't see your player not playing, don't blame people. Is because maybe they have accumulated enough. As you can see there, let's see the red cards, because there's also the red cards, and then those are the 2 players accumulated the red cards. And unfortunately, it's Chippa United, and they are playing Mamelodi Sundowns. So they'll be playing Mamelodi Sundowns soon. And then, but now, as Chippa United fans, you need to know why you don't see those players playing. Is because of those cards. So that's very, very important. So what do you want to say, Thabiki?
I want to speak about Chippa United. You see, they lost versus Mamelodi Sundowns. I think I'll call it a heavy score. 3-0 is a big score actually in football these days, especially these days. And then if they lose again, I think we'll see Kaizer Chiefs in the top 8. If they lose again.
You underestimate. Maybe you are saying this because you want Chiefs to qualify for top 8. Chippa United is a very good team.
I know, and I like their football. Yeah.
Yeah, they play nice football. I'm saying Chipampengesi has proved us wrong, many of us, because we have been accusing him, hey, this guy is changing coaches, blah, blah. But you know what? That method is working. It's just like Tim Sugas. Tim Sugas said, you know what? I challenge Pirates and Chiefs and Sundown. Let them sell 7 players and see how can they cope. He said, I've sold 7 players, but I'm still competing. I'm still there. Which is a good thing. So yeah, that shows that he's doing something very right. Now let's share the news in terms of the books that we have, because we continue to educate about financial education. One of the book is this one: How I Turned 500 Rand into a Million Rand Business. Okay, and then you can get a copy of that book, and then I cut that book by mistake. And then if you want, and then the other one is this one: Secrets for Becoming Rich. This one is in 2 editions, first and second edition. And then, but they're equally good. But in terms of the second edition, I've added more into banking products, because you need to understand this banking product. What is the difference between savings and check account? They are there in the first book. Why one has to have savings account, what you call check account, and so on. That's very, very important. Credit card and so on. Understand those things. Those are very, very important things. And then to understand. Here is another one by Dr. Darlene Small: How to Win the Wealth Game, The Art of Money. This lady works for the Reserve Bank for 33 years. Now is a retired economist. So if you want to learn more, and then you can get a book from her and get a perspective from somebody from Reserve Bank. And then there's also this one, Entrepreneur Awakening with a Drive, by Nomsa Masbugo. And then Len, she runs a number of business, and then she's doing extremely well. One of those businesses is a guest house in areas of Mpumalanga. And I can tell you those guest houses are brilliant. Normally, when I'm in that part of the world, I sleep there. Here's another one: How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich. It's very important to understand this. Yeah, so those are some of the news that you can get. Now, having said what we said, at the end of the show, you'll see I'm going to share the video of Akana Simbini beating a United States athlete. You know what? The US athletes, it's US, Jamaica, and Kenya. Those 3 countries, I can tell you, when it comes to athletics, they dominate. But man, Akana beat that guy. You must watch towards the end. That guy from the United States. And it was a relay, but when he took the baton, the guy just opened up, the guy from the United States. And then when he came in, and he won, it was not like a close call. He just beat that guy, and then 100 meters. I'm happy for the champ. Well done, champ, and keep up the good work. I mean, this is another goal in the bag, so which is quite good. So those are some of the things. And then on the sad note, we have the issue of Mailula having lost the mom, who has been very, very supportive to the young man. And then, but unfortunately, here we are. And then, but I think she's happy after seeing what the boy has done, because the boy has done well as we speak. And then, and then I don't know, Rulani Mukwena, we are hearing so many stories that probably, I don't know what's going to happen. And I hear, well, this is a rumor because I haven't heard anyone confirming the issue of Nabi. And then there is also news that Benny McCarthy may come to South Africa, may leave Kenyan national team and come to South Africa. So we don't know where is he going. Is he going to Pirates or is he going to Kaizer Chiefs? What are you hoping?
For me, Benny must stay where he is. Rolani must come back home to Pirates. Benny needs to grow.
No.
Benny must grow.
Coaching Pirates is a big thing. One. Secondly, you must remember Benny is a Kaizer Chiefs fan. All right.
But then,
And he has been saying it that he wish to coach Kaizer Chiefs at some point. So,
I think when it comes to Nabi, I don't think Nabi is going anywhere. That's my view. I don't think Bobby and or Kaizer Chiefs family will just get rid of Nabi just like it. I think they will leave him for some time because he's trying to do something. Let's give him a chance, and then maybe Rulan will come, and then maybe Ben will come. But or maybe Pizza will come. Let's just leave things as they are. When I know what Chiefs, and then maybe Pirates. That's where they will go, or maybe Rulan will go back. I think maybe one of them maybe will get the job. Even I suspect even Pizza because Pirates is a big team. It's a big team, and there's pressure. It's like Kaizer Chiefs also. You're not going to bring anybody who's going to do whatever they want to do. It needs a coach who knows their stories, just like what Rivero has just done, And then, farewell to him. Did a great job with Orlando Pirates. And then, we're going to miss him. We are going to miss him as South African football fans,
Rivero.
He did something very special. Yeah, Rivero, yes, Rivero. Yeah, he did it. He made Pirates play good football. I remember Borodi Call, Bopa Beach. That's when I used to watch Orlando Pirates. But the coaches that came after, until Rivero came now. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to say a lot. But then Rivero, he also bred in a lot of young players. Just what Bopa Beach used to do, Bo Rudy Cole used to do, So finally good taste when it comes to players, their structures, how they structure their team, how their team defend, they bring in small sorry about that. They bring small players, and then it's also good for us as South Africans, because we're also watching also Bafana. And again, congratulations to the under-20s for making it into the semi-finals, So
it's not only the semi-final; they've also qualified for the club for the World Cup.
For the World Cup, yes, that's true. Thank you for that. Yes, and guess who are they playing next? They're playing they're playing Nigeria. So
you know what? It's high time that we need to beat Nigeria.
Yeah. Something about it too.
This one brings me to when people say Danny Jordan is not doing a good job. What is this? Because your job is to bring glories. And if you look at all our national squad, they're doing well. Under the leadership of Danny Jordan. I'm not a Danny Jordan fan. He's not my friend. He's Saddam's friend. But I'm talking what I see in terms of football. I'm not concerned about the politics. Those politics, they'll be dealt in their own elections. But in terms of football, I think Danny Jordan has done well. We went to AFCON with Bafana. And here now, Amachita now, they'll be going to the World Cup. Amachita, they're going to the semi-final of the CAF. So what else do you want? What else do you want? What should he do? I mean, in terms of football, I think he's doing well. Or maybe other elements of the association not having enough resources in terms of money. Those of the 2010 legacy project, those they let them deal with them in their election. But in terms of leading football, I think he has done well. I don't know. What's your take?
I'm on the same page as you are. I think Danny Jordan, Ushapa Spani is doing his job. Yes, Shai Spani. Even if there are cases, there are internal squabbles, But me, I'm happy where we are in terms of football, especially when you look at Bafana, the small teams. He's trying his level best, and then Rabona performance, there's good performance. We are happy. Look at now, the under 20s. You can see what this guy is. He's got something he's trying to give us. So let him do his job.
And then they
Let
have
him do
been
his job.
coached. They have been coached by our own coach, under
Yes,
20, so which is good.
yes.
And you know what? Don't be surprised that Fadlu may come back to Pirates. Remember, Fadlu has the links with Pirates.
Yes.
He may
Yeah.
come back to Pirates.
Yeah.
And he's
And
doing
he's doing a
well.
great job, yeah.
So we
We
don't know.
also forgot about him because I think he's not given enough credit. But then the media, they speak about him. I'm always seeing something about him. He's doing a lot. Shebile Tanzanian league, Semba, hey. Like I think in the next season in the Champions Leage, re tlo bona mathata if he's going to remain there.
Yeah, well, Dr. Ivan Koza has done well in terms of, I mean, for Rivero, I still ask, how did he identify Rivero? And Rivero was a revelation. One. Second thing, I've been against this argument of his of saying, I'll buy players, yours to coach. But he has proven. He has brought so many players from structures, and then Pirates don't need to buy. And I heard Kaizer Jr. saying they are busy now focusing on their structures and to get the players there. This is how Barcelona stopped the domination of Real Madrid. They were not winning. And then the last, now they are neck to neck with Barcelona. They've won so many trophies in terms of the league title. And when Messi was there, won 10 titles. I think they won only 2 in terms of the league. And the person who really added that spark is Lionel Messi. Because in most of their trophies that they won, Messi has contributed a lot. Whether it's Champions League, Copa del Rey, La Liga, and so on. And talking about Lionel Messi, we are not sure whether he will remain with Inter Milan, but I saw David Beckham coming up yesterday to say, no, we are going to buy players. They are looking at Kevin De Bruyne. Remember, Messi doesn't want to lose. He's so angry that they were knocked out of the CONCACAF. So he's not happy about that fact that they were knocked out of the CONCACAF. So now, Messi's a winner all the time. And then they are worried that he may go back to Barcelona, although there's a stumbling block of if rumors are correct, the president Laporta, because we are told that the relationship is not well between the two. And Laporta is doing well, make no mistake. He saved Barcelona before, even now. Look, they are about to win the league. They nearly won the Champions League. And there's a whole lot of controversy. I don't know whether you saw the penalty during Real Madrid game. It was a penalty. The one that hit the player in the hand. I don't know whether you noticed that. And the referee, I don't know what was the explanation to give. There are those rumors that Perez has an influence. Those are the allegations on referees who win, who doesn't win. And that is why they were saying Messi was not competing Ronaldo. Instead, he was competing Perez. But I think that's the truth, because if you compare when they play in La Liga, Messi has won 10 league titles. Ronaldo won only 2. So, and there's no comparison between the two. So they said he was competing with Perez more than Ronaldo. And Perez would have influence on who should win the Ballon d'Or and also on. But those are some of the politics. Because if you watch that El Clasico, that game was a game and a half. And then there is a new star, Lamine Yamal. And I don't know who's going to win the Ballon d'Or. There's too much. Some there say Dembele is leading. And then you see Lamine Yamal is doing well. Rafinha is doing well. I hear that Barcelona wants to extend his contract, which is good for 3 years. Because I was worried when they were talking about trying to sell Rafinha. He's playing very well. So you don't have to sell. So we'll watch the space very closely. Thabiki? Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Bid the viewers farewell.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Shabalala, for the invite again. Great show we have. We'll see again the viewers on Saturday, and then they must keep on subscribing and then liking our what you call our accounts on the social media, on Twitter, and then again on Facebook and then Instagram too. They must follow us. Thank you very much.
Someone learned the golden second. Lawyer go video. It was those lawyer never want children.
I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting for my lawyer, for the engineer, chemical engineer.
Those my lawyer. You know, you could see Kaizer Chiefs. And they were fully calling Pale Mola Balatan to the Ewan lawyer's part.
It's like we said, Ilala mentality. Like it's a psychological thing when it comes to football. But either way, if it works for the teams, they must continue doing it. You know, as long as Basa Hobatamo to and stuff like that. Let's just do it. It's our way of doing things in a way. You know. Or maybe it's part of our way of doing things, if I may put it, Yeah.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Continue to subscribe and like and comment. Do you agree, Maloya Sebediti, for Kaizer Chiefs? I don't know.
And we're away this time as they power around this first corner of the men's 4x100 metres. Exceptional running there from South Africa. It looks like as we go into the exchange, clean for South Africa, clean from America. Look at Japan storming ahead as well. USA, Kenny Bednarek storming down that. Absolute seamless change there. Great Britain just behind. South Africa on the left of your screen going well as well. As we come round into the home straight, it's South Africa, it's USA. Who's going to have it on the final leg? Simbini for South Africa. USA, Hicklin going well. Can Simbini make up the time? I think he can. He's going to take it. And Simbini for South Africa takes on the line. Diamond League winner so far this year. Exceptional form. He's really showed us what he's made of here. USA second.
USA look booked for 50 metres of that final leg, and then Simbini engaged the afterburners, and everything that he's been producing so far this season on the circuit came together, and he powered past Brandon Hicklin. What a brilliant contest on the final leg. And Simbini, buoyed by that first global medal in the World Indoor Championships, of course, over 60 metres for South Africa. Again, their hero over 100 metres. Confirmation of that win for South Africa, led home by Akani Simbini, overhauling United States in the closing stages, with the Olympic champions Canada taking the bronze.